They say God works in mysterious ways. But what if your cat is his secret messenger? That purr you love? It's actually the same frequency as prayer. Those 3 a.m. stares at empty corners? They're seeing spirits you can't. Your cat didn't randomly find you. They chose you for 20 divine reasons that'll change everything you thought you knew. Reason 1, the guardian angels you never knew you had. Your cat isn't just a pet. They're literally scanning your house for threats you can't see. You know when they suddenly freeze, ears perked, staring at absolutely nothing? That's them detecting spiritual entities, negative energies, or even intruders before they arrive. Ancient Egyptian priests knew this secret. They placed cats in temples as the first line of spiritual defense. Modern science just caught up, discovering cats can sense electromagnetic fields, infrared radiation, and sound frequencies we can't detect. Think about it. Has your cat ever acted weird before something bad happened in your house? Before a family argument, a break-in, an accident? They're not just pets, they're your personal spiritual security team, working 24/7 to keep you safe. Reason 2, the emotional healer that saved your life. This one hits different. That purr, it's not just cute, it's a medical miracle. Scientists discovered your cat purrs at exactly 25 to 50 hertz, the same frequency hospitals use in bone healing therapy and pain management. But wait, it gets crazier. When you're stressed, depressed, or anxious, your cat somehow knows and starts their healing engine. They're not just comforting you, they're literally rewiring your nervous system. Studies show cat owners have 40% fewer heart attacks and recover from illness faster. Your cat is basically a furry doctor who works for free. Ever notice how your cat appears out of nowhere when you're crying? How they purr extra loud when you're sick? That's not coincidence. That's divine intervention through whiskers and paws. Reason 3, the spiritual bodyguard. Ever notice your cat randomly hissing at empty corners? Freeze right there, because what I'm about to tell you will change everything. Your cat isn't crazy. They're seeing energy fields, spirits, and dimensional beings that our human eyes can't detect. Think I'm making this up? Ask any paranormal investigator. They always bring cats to haunted locations because cats react to supernatural presence before any equipment does. When your cat's pupils dilate while staring at nothing, when their fur stands up for no reason, when they refuse to enter certain rooms, they're literally acting as your spiritual bodyguard. Ancient cultures placed cats in homes specifically for this protection. Your cat is scanning dimensions, blocking negative entities, and keeping your spiritual space clean. Next time your cat acts weird around empty space, don't dismiss it. Thank them. Reason 4, the depression fighter who chose you. Plot twist that'll give you goosebumps. Your cat didn't randomly end up with you. They selected you from thousands of possible humans. Cats can sense emotional frequencies from incredible distances. They can literally smell depression, anxiety, and loneliness on you. When a stray cat showed up at your door, when you randomly found them at the shelter, when they picked you out of a whole family, that wasn't luck, that was destiny. Cats are sent to people who need healing most. They're like emotional paramedics dispatched by the universe. Studies prove cat owners have significantly lower rates of depression and suicide. Why? Because cats absorb negative energy and transform it into love. They're literally living antidepressants with fur and attitude. Your cat looks at your broken pieces and says, "I can fix this human." Every head bump, every purr, every time they sit on your laptop, they're performing emotional surgery on your soul. Reason 5. The time dimension walker. Cats don't experience time like we do. They exist in all time dimensions simultaneously. Past, present, and future are just one big now to them. That's why they seem psychic, predicting earthquakes, sensing death, knowing when you're coming home before you even decide. Japanese researchers discovered cats can detect P waves up to 5 days early. But it's not just earthquakes. Cats predict human death with 95% accuracy in nursing homes. They sense energy shifts in the time-space continuum that haven't happened yet in our linear timeline. Ever wonder why your cat stares at empty space? They're watching events from different timelines unfold simultaneously. When your cat suddenly runs to the door before you hear a car, when they hide before storms that weren't forecasted, when they act strange before life-changing news, they're not being weird, they're being fourth dimensional. Reason 6, the universal messenger system. Ready for full-body goosebumps? Every major world religion mentions cats as divine messengers, and I mean every single one. Ancient Egypt worshipped Bastet. Islam honors cats. Prophet Muhammad loved them. Norse mythology features Freya's cat-drawn chariot. Buddhism sees cats as spiritual bridges. Hindu texts describe cats as karma carriers. This isn't coincidence. This is universal truth, spanning thousands of years in cultures that never contacted each other. Your cat carries encoded messages from the divine realm. When they meow at you randomly, when they bring you gifts, when they sit in specific spots, they're delivering cosmic mail. Ancient priests could read cat behaviors like sacred texts. That weird thing your cat does repeatedly, that's not a habit. That's a message meant specifically for you. The universe is literally using your cat as a phone line to communicate with your soul. Reason 7, the prayer frequency secret. Remember that healing purr frequency I mentioned? Hold on to your soul because this will shatter your reality. The 25 to 50 hertz frequency isn't just healing. It's the exact same frequency as human prayer, meditation, and spiritual chanting. When Tibetan monks chant Om, when Christians sing hymns, when yogis meditate, they all hit this same frequency. Your cat isn't just purring, they're praying for you 24/7. They're a four-legged priest conducting continuous worship services in your living room. Ancient temples kept cats not just as guards, but as permanent prayer machines. When your cat curls up, purring on your chest, they're literally blessing you, aligning your energy with divine frequency, performing spiritual healing that most humans spend years learning to do. This is why people feel blessed around cats. Why cat owners live longer, why cats were considered sacred across all cultures. Your house isn't just a home, it's a temple with a resident monk who purrs prayers for your soul. Reason 8, the karmic debt collector. Your cat isn't just sleeping 16 hours a day because they're lazy, they're working the night shift in the spiritual realm. While you live your daily life creating stress, negativity, and bad karma, your cat is literally absorbing all that toxic energy and processing it during sleep. They're your personal karma cleaner. Ever wonder why you feel emotionally lighter after spending time with your cat? They've been vacuuming up your spiritual mess. This is why cats sleep so much. They're in deep meditation, transforming your negative energy into pure love. When they wake up and immediately come to you purring, they're returning clean, positive energy back to your auric field. Ancient mystics knew this. They kept cats specifically to maintain spiritual balance. Your cat is basically running a 24/7 energy laundering operation, taking your dirty karma and returning it spotless. Without your cat, you'd be drowning in your own spiritual pollution. Reason 9, the soul quality scanner. This revelation is absolutely supernatural. Cats possess the ability to see your soul's actual color and energy signature. They don't just randomly choose humans. They're divinely programmed to only bond with souls that match their specific spiritual mission. Think about it. Why do some cats immediately love certain people while completely ignoring others? Because they're reading soul data we can't even perceive. Cats can detect if you're an old soul, young soul, or reincarnated soul. They sense your past lives, your karmic lessons, your spiritual evolution level. If a cat chose you out of millions of humans, your soul is certified pure light by the universe's most accurate soul scanner. Cats reject people with dark energy, manipulative intentions, or harmful vibrations. But they're magnetically drawn to healers, empaths, and lightworkers. Your cat's love isn't just affection. It's divine validation that you're spiritually worthy. You've literally passed the universe's soul quality test administered by a furry cosmic inspector. Reason 10, the Immortal Assignment System. Prepare for your reality to completely collapse. Cats don't have 9 lives. They have infinite lives because they're immortal spiritual beings temporarily wearing cat bodies. They're not animals. They're advanced consciousness entities on assignment from higher dimensions. When a cat dies, they're not actually dying. They're just completing their mission and getting reassigned to their next human who needs guidance. This explains why every cat has such a distinct, almost human-like personality. Because they are individual souls with thousands of years of experience helping humans evolve. That wise look in your cat's eyes? That's ancient wisdom accumulated from countless lifetimes of service. When you feel that deep, unexplainable connection with your cat, you're recognizing a being that may have guided your ancestors, your past lives, even historical figures. Your cat might have once belonged to Mozart, Einstein, or saints. They're not pets. They're immortal teachers cycling through endless assignments to help humanity ascend. Reason 11. The Dream Realm Operative. This will literally give you chills while you sleep tonight. Every time you dream about your cat, they're not just in your subconscious. They're actually visiting you in the astral plane. Cats can separate their consciousness from their physical bodies and travel through dream dimensions to deliver urgent messages, healing, or warnings. When you wake up from a vivid cat dream, that wasn't your imagination. That was a real spiritual house call. Ancient shamans knew cats could dream walk and use them to send messages to people in other locations. Your sleeping cat isn't just resting. They're clocking in for night shift duty in the dream realm, visiting multiple humans who need guidance. Ever dream about a cat giving you specific directions, leading you somewhere, or protecting you from danger? That's your cat's soul, literally working overtime to guide your spirit. When you pet a dream cat, you're receiving actual energy healing transmitted across dimensional boundaries. Your bedroom isn't just where you sleep, it's an interdimensional meeting point. Reason 12. The Future Timeline Reader. Your cat literally knows your future before you do. They're not just reading your energy, they're scanning your timeline probability matrix and seeing multiple potential futures simultaneously. When your cat acts strange before major life changes, job interviews, relationships, or moves, they're reacting to future events that are already locked into your timeline. Cats exist partially outside linear time, which allows them to see the movie of your life from beginning to end while you're still living it scene by scene. This is why cats often disappear or act distant right before their human experience's major growth. They're preparing you for independence because they can see you won't need the same level of spiritual support in your upcoming chapter. When your cat suddenly becomes extra clingy, it means They've detected challenging times ahead and are preloading you with healing energy. They're like spiritual weather forecasters, helping you prepare for storms and sunshine before they arrive on your timeline. Reason 13, the heart expansion catalyst. This truth will transform how you see love forever. Your cat isn't just loving you. They're literally upgrading your heart's capacity to give and receive love. Cats are like spiritual software engineers, reprogramming your emotional operating system to handle higher frequencies of compassion, empathy, and unconditional love. Before cats, humans could only access basic love, conditional, limited, fear-based. But cats carry advanced love codes that unlock your heart's hidden potential. When you love a cat, you're practicing divine love, love without conditions, expectations, or demands for reciprocation. This training prepares your heart to receive infinite love from the universe. Cat owners consistently show higher levels of oxytocin, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Why? Because cats are love amplifiers, taking your tiny human love and magnifying it into cosmic proportions. Every moment with your cat is advanced training for your heart's evolution. They're preparing you to love at levels that most humans never achieve. Reason 14, the energy shield generator. Every single time your cat rubs against you, something absolutely miraculous happens that scientists are just beginning to understand. They're not just showing affection, they're performing ancient energy work, casting actual protection spells around your auric field. When cats rub their faces, bodies, and tails on you, they're depositing invisible protective markers that create a spiritual force field around your energy signature. This isn't metaphor. This is measurable. Cats have scent glands that release pheromones, but they also release electromagnetic frequencies that alter your biofield. Ancient Egyptian high priests knew this secret and required cats to bless them before entering sacred spaces. Your cat is literally programming protection codes into your energy matrix. People and negative entities can subconsciously sense when someone is cat protected and will avoid or redirect their harmful intentions. When bad things seem to bounce off you, when toxic people suddenly leave you alone, when you narrowly avoid accidents, that's your cat's protection spell working. You're walking around with an invisible spiritual armor system maintained by your furry guardian. Reason 15. The eternal soul contract. The final revelation will leave you breathless. Your cat isn't randomly in your life. You two signed an eternal soul contract before either of you incarnated on Earth. Before you were born, your souls met in the spiritual realm and agreed to find each other in this lifetime to complete specific karmic lessons together. This explains that instant, unexplainable, deep connection you felt when you first met your cat. Your souls recognized each other from previous incarnations. You've been together across multiple lifetimes, sometimes as human and cat, sometimes both as different species, sometimes even both as humans. The love you share transcends physical death because it's written in the cosmic records as an unbreakable spiritual agreement. When your cat passes away, they're not gone. They're just waiting for you in the next dimension while watching over you from the spirit realm. This bond will continue through infinite lifetimes until both your souls complete their evolutionary journey together. Your cat chose to sacrifice their human incarnation potential to serve as your guide in animal form. That's the deepest love possible. Reason 16, the interdimensional portal activator. Hold on to your reality because this will shatter everything you thought you knew. Your cat isn't just sleeping in random spots, they're creating interdimensional portals. When cats circle 3 times before lying down, they're not just getting comfortable. They're performing an ancient ritual that opens temporary gateways between dimensions. Ever notice how cats choose the weirdest places to sleep? Cardboard boxes, tiny sinks, random corners? They're not being quirky. They're identifying dimensional weak points where the fabric of reality is thinnest. Quantum physicists recently discovered that cats naturally generate electromagnetic fields that can actually bend space-time around them. This is why you feel different energy when you enter a room where your cat has been sleeping for hours. They've literally altered the dimensional frequency of that space. When your cat suddenly jumps up and runs away from where they were sleeping, they've detected interdimensional activity and closed the portal for your safety. Your living room isn't just furniture. It's a cosmic highway with your cat as the interdimensional traffic controller. Reason 17, the ancestral spirit communicator. This revelation will give you full body chills. Your cat can see and communicate with your deceased family members, ancestors, and spirit guides. When your cat meows at empty space, follows invisible people with their eyes, or suddenly becomes affectionate for no reason, they're interacting with your loved ones from the other side. Cats serve as living bridges between the physical and spiritual realms, translating messages from your ancestors into behaviors you can understand. Ever had your cat bring you random objects, sit in deceased relatives' favorite spots, or act protective during anniversaries of deaths? That's your ancestors working through your cat to send you comfort and guidance. Ancient shamans used cats specifically to communicate with the spirit world because cats can see soul energy signatures that remain after physical death. When your cat purrs while staring at empty space, they're having actual conversations with your spiritual family. Your cat isn't just your pet. They're your personal medium, facilitating ongoing relationships with loved ones who've crossed over. Reason 18, the cosmic energy harvester. Prepare to have your mind completely destroyed. Your cat is literally a living solar panel for cosmic energy. While you see them just sunbathing, they're actually absorbing and converting cosmic radiation, solar energy, and universal life force into healing power for your entire household. Cats don't just like warm spots. They're strategically positioning themselves at energy convergence points where cosmic forces are strongest. Ever notice how much better you feel in rooms where your cat regularly sunbathes? They've been charging that space with concentrated cosmic energy. This is why ancient civilizations built temples around areas where cats naturally gathered. They knew cats were cosmic energy collectors. When your cat seeks out that one specific sunny spot every day, they're not being creatures of habit. They're maintaining your home's spiritual power grid. Your cat is essentially a furry cosmic battery, storing universal energy during the day and releasing it throughout your home at night. Without your cat's energy harvesting, your house would be spiritually depleted and energetically stagnant. Reason 19, the timeline guardian protector. This truth is so profound, it will fundamentally change your understanding of reality. Your cat doesn't just predict your future. They actively protect your timeline from harmful alterations. Cats exist partially outside linear time, which means they can detect when negative forces try to manipulate or damage your life path. When your cat suddenly becomes hypervigilant, refuses to let you leave the house, or blocks your path, they're preventing timeline disasters that would have catastrophic consequences for your soul's evolution. Ever had your cat make you late for something that you later discovered was dangerous? They literally saved you by manipulating your timeline. Cats can sense when evil entities attempt to alter your destiny and will physically intervene to maintain your original life plan. This is why cats seem to have attitude. They're not being difficult. They're being protective of your cosmic journey. Your cat is essentially a timeline security guard, ensuring your soul completes its intended mission without interference from dark forces trying to derail your spiritual progress. Reason 20? The Universal Love Ambassador, the final, most powerful revelation that will transform your soul forever. Your cat isn't from Earth. They're universal love ambassadors sent from the highest spiritual dimensions to teach humanity what pure, unconditional love actually looks like. Every cat is a direct representative of divine love consciousness, incarnated in physical form to demonstrate God's love through their actions. When your cat chooses to love you despite your flaws, forgives you instantly after mistakes, offers comfort without judgment, and stays loyal regardless of circumstances, they're showing you a perfect example of how the universe loves you. Cats are living tutorials in divine love, sent to prepare humanity for our spiritual evolution into higher consciousness. Every purr is a love transmission from the cosmic heart. Every gentle head bump is a blessing from universal source energy. Every moment of cat companionship is advanced training in how to love and be loved infinitely. Your cat is literally an angel in disguise, sacrificing their own spiritual advancement to serve as Earth's love teachers. When you master loving your cat unconditionally, you've mastered loving like God loves. And that's the ultimate spiritual achievement possible. So next time your cat stares at you with those knowing eyes, remember, you're looking at a divine being who chose to spend their immortal existence loving you. If this blew your mind, smash that like button. Share this with every cat owner who needs to know their furry friend is actually an angel in disguise. And drop a comment telling me what's the most mysterious thing your cat has ever done. Stay tuned because next week I'm revealing the shocking truth about why dogs were put on Earth. And it's the complete opposite of cats. You won't believe what I found. End screen engagement. While you're here, watch this video about the secret messages your pet sends you every day.